Hi, Dr. Winbush with Sankofa Healing Arts and Functional Medicine, back with another tool for our toolbox for the Energy Management for Empaths and Everyone Else series. So this video is about a tool that helps us to clear other people's energy. So there's kind of been a natural progression with some of these videos, and in the last video we talked about expanding and contracting our boundary and how that can then help us to not take on the energy of others. But say you've already got it. How do you clear other people's energy? Well, let me back up for a second and say empaths, but to some extent everyone, can sometimes find that their energy and their mood can fluctuate substantially, even during the course of the day. And one reason for this can be that we may often be tapping into the emotions and the energetic material that's not necessarily our own, that we're just picking up kind of from the environment, from being in this close proximity maybe to others, or being around folks who are feeling some pretty strong emotions. And so when you find yourself experiencing emotions or thinking a thought even that feels heavy, or leaves you feeling exhausted or overwhelmed or irritated or in some way not yourself or your best, this is a time when you can try this exercise. And this is one of my favorite exercises because it's so simple to do, yet so powerful. And I also want to credit Tamara Childs, who's a gifted empath coach, and I'll link to her site in the comments for this video. For sharing this exercise with me several years ago. So the first step in this exercise of clearing other people's energy is to first check in and notice when you're maybe feeling one of those things I mentioned, feeling heavy, feeling out of sorts, and to just ask the question. And you can ask it internally or you can ask it out loud. Is this energy mine? And then you're going to pause. And you're going to wait for a response. And that response may not come as a voice or somebody saying something. It may often come as a body sensation. And if that sensation or response comes as a feeling of heaviness or a feeling of weight, this is telling you that this is not your energy. I should also add that sometimes in just asking the question, that kind of creates an opening. And so you might actually ask the question and then feel a sense of lightness, which could be kind of bringing attention to that state that you're having, realizing that that state, that emotional state or that thought is not who you are fundamentally. And so even asking the question sometimes can bring a sense of lightness or relief. But to go back to what I was saying, if you ask that question, is this energy mine? And the response that you get is a sense of sinking or a sense of heaviness, that's also the sign then that this is not yours. And so at that point, what you do is you make the statement. Again, you can say it out loud. Sometimes it's helpful to say things out loud, or you can say it internally. This energy is heavy. Who does it belong to? And at this point, again, it's not necessary to receive an answer in the form of a name. Merely asking the question, as I noted before, will often create the space for what is needed, and that's for a shifting of the energy. And so once that space has been created, a little bit of a sense of space or lightening or shift in the energy of the emotion, of the body sensation, you can then say or imagine pushing a button that says return to sender, to clear yourself of this unwanted energy imprint, this energy imprint that's not yours. And so I have found, people that I have shared this with have found that if you adopt this practice consistently for a period of time, it often will result in a lot more clarity and awareness of how often you experience what may indeed not be your own stuff. And that in itself brings a newfound sense of spaciousness and often ease and energy with being able to more clearly navigate and differentiate what's yours and not yours. So I hope that's helpful.